this weekend. Kind of got a little bit going on. Moving some stuff around. All the cars are outside. It's kind of interesting. This wagon right here, I'm getting ready to paint the motor for it. It's going to go back together the way it is. I'm going to strip Will It Run. Will It Run is outside, and that's great for you guys because that means I'm going to work on it a little more. Like I said, I had a little bit of an issue. I realized trying to make it run in here in the corner, not a good idea. So, it's beautiful out. It's like 80 degrees. Finally, I think it's here. I think spring's here. I think we can really get cracking on some of these projects. So, yeah, I pushed it outside, and I'll mess with it a little bit this weekend, I think. Right now, I'm going to paint that motor. Basically, that thing's got to get back together. I've paid for plates for it for like... I'm on my second registration sticker, and I've never even driven it. So, I got to do it. I got to get it running. And then, yeah, there's just so much to do. Dig in somewhere and go, right? That's how it has to be done. So, it's where I'm at. I'll walk over and we'll look at the motor here in a second, and we'll go from there. These are the wheels for the wagon. My dad painting them out here. I said it's finally getting nice out, so I start knocking out these little projects. These have been blasted for like a year and been waiting, so it's just time to get them done. They were chrome road wheels. I had them blasted, and I only found one chrome 15x7 up at a yard in Minnesota. I think that one came from Mopar City, and it was like a Cordoba wheel. So getting these painted, we're just going to paint them silver, try and make them look like the W21 wheels that were on like the GTs. And those will go on that wagon. And come over here. Got my 383. We discussed in the one video. I'm going to continue blowing it off. The weather change made it sweat, so I got to get that cleaned off really good. I got some plugs I'm going to throw in it to, my paint plugs, I call them. And I'm going to just paint it like this. Because I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to use the gold Moroso valve covers. And I have to paint my DP4B. It's blasted. And over here and here. I'll walk over there and take a look. It's blasted. I want to get it coated. And they didn't get down in here. There was still some dirt. So I think I'm going to get that powder coated. And that way it looks nice forever. So in one of the other videos, I think I talked about the car Medina. We used Bill Hirsch paint on that. That was my friend's preference. That's what he likes to use. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it was okay. It sprayed nice. I don't like the shade. I don't think it's correct. They swear it is. Maybe I'm seeing something different. I don't know. But I know it looks correct to me. And it's affordable, and you can get it at Summit Racing. It's VHT. It says early Chrysler blue. It's SP126. So this is what I'm going to use to paint this 383 right here. So here we go. I always do like a light dusting coat first. See here, you can see that's the original color there, and that's the new color. I mean, I think it's pretty close. So, whatever. To each their own. I know what I like and what I think looks the best. So. Needed the GoPro for this, but this will be all right. I looked at it too before I left the house. I was like, should I grab that? And then I forgot to grab it. My new filled oil pump on there. It's a high volume. Oh crap, I forgot to put dipstick in it. Oh well, I can do that later. Yeah, I've been waiting for a nice warm day to get this handled. It's been pretty much ready to paint for 2 or 3 months now. So it's 80 degrees today. It's a little humid here in the shop, but you know what? I'm just rattle canning an engine I didn't invest much in, so doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to look okay. Perfect will be when I use the other body and rebody the car completely. Now we can actually take a walk over there while I let that tack up. It's my 70 wagon. I love this car. It's funny. So it was offered to me, and yeah, it got sold kind of out from behind the owner's back. And then it popped up on Marketplace a couple months later, and I ran out and got it because I knew it was like my last chance to get the car. It's pretty good. Like, the interior's perfect on it, but just from about the back doors back, it's just Wisconsin car. You know, it got a little ate up. The rear frame rails aren't the greatest, but I've come up with a plan. I'm going to use the Will It Run body. I'm going to restore that on the side. I'm going to just throw this back together and drive it as is. Clean it up, get everything working, get the lights working, all the wiring, and just make everything work. Make it a car again. Clean it up. And while I'm doing that and using the car, I'm going to strip the other body and get it painted, get all the trim studs because it's a Monaco, get all that, you know, grind them down, fill the holes that are up here on that car, to where I could be ready to run the regular Polara body side molding. So basically, debadge the car, I suppose, would be the, you know, bring it to a lower trim line. Because the Polara is superior to Monaco's. I don't know if anybody knew that, but it's actually a fact that a Polara is superior to a Dodge Monaco. But I'm going to do that. And when the body's done, I'll switch all the good from this one, so it'll probably be like the fenders, hood, maybe the doors, and definitely the interior. We'll swap it all into the other wagon and have one solid, nice wagon. Now that's going to leave us with a wagon that's not so nice. What are we going to do with it? Well, I've been thinking, I've got, the cogs are turning in my head, and I like General Mayhem, that roadkill car. I like that a lot. So what I've come up with is Wagon Mayhem. And the rear spring perches are rusted. It's kind of cool. I actually have frame rails out of a car. I could show you exactly my issue without having to crawl underneath of it. So, let's see here. Tilt it up. Right here, where this perch meets the frame rail in the wagon, it's like popping apart and getting kind of rusty. There's a couple holes around it. So I have rails, I could fix it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cut those perches off. I'm going to move the springs inboard onto the frame rails. And I'm going to probably use like a B or an E body relocation kit. And I'm going to move everything in, maybe tub it out a little bit so I can fit some, like, I don't know, 315s, something like that in the back. And all that body rust and everything, that's just superficial. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to make it like, I don't know. It's just going to be something I could thrash on, something I could do burnouts with, and, we won't lose a wagon. We'll still have a Dodge long roof to mess with. So I think that's the way to go. But let's go put another coat of paint on this. That one should be tacked up. Oh, crap. I hate when I do that. I'm going to have to take that balancer back off. Oh well. No big deal. I think I can hose enough paint down in there. So we're not looking for perfect. We're just looking for uniform. Because this motor could have been cleaner, but it really snowballed. I just wanted to change the freeze plugs, and then it ended up getting a cam and heads, and well, it's been out of the car for over a year now, so it's time to go back in.
could have like really spent some time and cleaned all that flashing off of the block, but maybe later. Maybe next time it comes out. Hopefully that doesn't ever happen though. Hopefully it goes back in and doesn't come back out until I'm ready. And then if it does come back out for the other wagon, I'll be putting a 440 in it anyway. I got HP manifolds for this too. Should be a good looking motor when it's done. I don't know if I'm going to do a dual snorkel air cleaner. Try and find one of those for a 70, or if anyone has one they want to donate to the channel, we're looking for one for this project. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for an oil or a air filter on this one yet. Usually I use about, I don't know, 2 cans per motor. I bought a bunch of them a couple years ago, so might as well use them before they, paint really doesn't go bad, but does have somewhat of a shelf life. Mainly how many times can it get cold and hot and cold and hot. That's starting to look pretty good. I'll be flipping it over here because I'm going to see a bunch of stuff I missed once I do that. Happens every time. There's some over in there that I'm sure is ugly. Yes. Front of this head. Looks like we had some water leak right there. Crap. Oh well. You're not really going to see that anyway. Alright, time to roll her over. Gotta hit this paint again. What the heck is that bleeding through? Might be oil. Crap. Oh well, we'll just paint it until it sticks, right? Even though paint doesn't stick to oil, so that might never look good. My prep wasn't the greatest on this, I will admit. But I'm sick of looking at it. I wanted, after the other day driving, or buying the sticker for a car I haven't driven, again, I decided it was time to just put it back together and deal with it the way it is. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect to be on the road. It just has to be on the road to be perfect. Alright, we'll roll it over and come back to this in a few. Wheels coming out pretty good. I'm over here. Got the engine out in the sun. Painted the top half. Gonna let it cook. Having a reaction with the black paint that was on those heads. I'm not happy with that, but we'll see. Maybe it'll dry and I'll be able to throw another coat over it. Maybe it'll flake right off. I don't know. But overall, I mean, the car it's going in, this exceeds expectations. So. It's been out here baking in the sun a while. I'm okay with the way it looks. Came out pretty good.
Good enough for the car it's going in, that's for sure. It'll look even better, you know, I get the gold Moroso valve covers on it. Get my dual plane 4-barrel Edelbrock intake on it. That'll be cool. Let's go check out the wheels. She came out okay too. Again, not perfect. They weren't the greatest wheels, but you know, I had them blasted and they're staggered. We got two 15x7s and two 15x6s. I got two 75/60s for the back, and then I need to order the two 35/70s for the front. But yeah, things are coming along here on that one. Let's go back in here. Got all the cars tucked away. The green car, this car, that car. Medina's over there. Got to get these tires for the other project, my father's project, we're going to feature here pretty soon. Need to do a video on that. That'll be kind of cool. He's been collecting all sorts of this type of stuff. Hoosiers. This car. I haven't heard from the alternator place. I need to give them a ring and see what the heck's going on. But yeah, this old Turquoise Wagon should be on the road within a month. I'm hoping. And as promised, I got Will at run out. And what we're gonna do is, let's see, I hope it doesn't rain because it's gonna rain all over my motor, but it probably should because it needs to be cleaned off. I've got plugs, I've got wires, I've got a cap, I've got a rotor. I need to grab a distributor out of my pile of distributors. I know I have one that's got good points in it. It should just drop right in. Here, let me flip the camera around. Now you can really see how dirty it is out under here. So I'm gonna change the distributor. I got different plugs and wires. Probably throw a different coil on it, and we'll just see what happens. Should probably change out the oil too. I got some oil we could put in it, and yeah, this is we're gonna make a run. Maybe this week. Maybe I'll mess with it tomorrow. I guess it all depends on what the weather's gonna do tomorrow, but I think it's supposed to be nice. We'll see. It's finally outside though. I just don't have room for anything for it in the shop anymore, and well, I could pick it apart out here is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Just start pulling it apart, pull out the trim off of it. This interior is absolutely horrendous. Maybe I'll start with, yeah, I'll probably start with getting this gutted. Get all this interior out, the dashboard out. This is one of the worst. This is probably the worst 70 dash I've ever seen. I mean, oh, it's so dirty you can't even tell. It's definitely the worst 70 dash I've ever seen. Back's trashed. But it's still in, it's solid. That's why I bought it. It's a pretty solid wagon. It's not perfect. There is, that floorboard needs work. Might be a couple pinholes in here, but I don't think it's going to be very bad at all. But I've been down this road before. I didn't think it was bad, and then it's terrible. So we'll see. But it's definitely better than my other wagon. So. And that's, I guess I'll introduce you guys to the new project that's not mine. This lawnmower. Here it is. It's a Craftsman. It's a YT 3000. It's got 21 horsepower Briggs & Stratton motor on it. We're going to soup it up. We're going to restore it. Put it on rotisserie. It's a factory Rally Red. Craftsman Rally Red. It's got the rare bagger options. No, just kidding. So we actually have A 1971 Dodge Monaco station wagon. It's from Oregon. My friend purchased this car and he needs the fuselage guy to get it running. Right now, I did mess with it a little bit earlier today. The starter is pretty fried. It started melting this cable. You can see it got a little warm. So we're going to change that. I am kind of concerned. The valve covers are off of the car. Don't know why they would do that unless they thought something was terribly wrong. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Thinking I might get some kerosene and put it down in the motor. Kerosene or diesel, and just let it sit. Try and, you know, break up any hard deposits of sludge and stuff. And then change the oil and get it running. It's a pretty solid car. It's a 9-passenger. There's a little bit of rust here in the lower fender. But otherwise, it's pretty dang good. And I'm thinking what I'm going to be able to do is, I built the car in my head already and told them what we're doing. Magnum 500s with raised white letter tires. I'm going to polish the paint. I believe it's going to polish up and shine and look really good. We have bucket seats we're going to put in it. I believe he secured a better dash pad and some dash pieces. Maybe a 140 mile an hour speedometer, I think he said. I have to patch this spot in the floor for him. It's no big deal. It's a little spot. But it's a pretty nice car. I mean, when he got it here, it was way better than I thought it would have been. So I'm really excited to get it working on it. He ordered a starter for me today, so we're going to throw that in. What else? Got to get this back opened up. It's kind of nice though, all the strips are here. It appears. Anyway, so I think he said he got NOS lenses in it already, which is good. The bumper's fairly straight. It's a Gay 524 from Oregon. Yep, 383 2-barrel. It's a 2-tag car. It's kind of neat. So yeah, this is a new project. This is Will It Run number 2. When I get the starter, we'll check it out. We'll start with that. I'll put the starter on it, and we'll see if we can get it spinning good. Probably do plugs, wires, cap, rotor, all the basic stuff. It was a running car. It was reported that this ran. And I want to say the seller said it got all gummed up. I don't know what that means. That doesn't sound too good. I've never really heard that expression before, but it's kind of cool. You never see a 70 and a 71 next to each other anymore. And then if you look closely, Surf Pro's out front, because that's my daily driver. So that's what I've got. I'm just tinkering around over here. It's beautiful Illinois spring day. Hopefully we keep getting more and more of these. That way I can keep making more videos like this and keep content rolling out. So that's what I've got. Like, subscribe, share. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow. I'll probably make another video. So until then, take it easy. I'll see you next time.